You know it's a boy DJ Chaddy and I'm back again. People are going, I hope everybody good. Don't forget to click a like on this video and don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already a subscriber. So people, today I want to share a little video with you, a little interview with Mackerel mother. Yes, Ladesha Francis, yeah, our mother forward out and talk, and she shared some shocking stuff with us. You see me? So I know that video here kinda long, but people it's very interesting. So uno watch it out and make uno comment, state in a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think in the whole Mackerel saga, what you think about Mackerel mother, because she talk she spilled the beans. You see me? I'm not gonna really share what she has said. You see me? I wanna watch the video. So people, without no further ado, here is the interview with Mackerel mother.
If you would, you know, shoe black. One time life hard like whoa. No me start me money, so me alright now.
Good morning, Miss Black. I'm here with Miss Black. You want to say your name?
Well, good morning, Mr. Harrison. You had already said my name. I'm Charlotte.
Charlotte, okay. Okay, Miss Charlotte. For those of you who don't know, Miss Charlotte Black is the mother of Ladesha
Francis. AKA
Okay. The famous Mackerel lady of the moment right now. Are you aware of what's going on social media in terms of the response to Mackerel, to Ladesha, your daughter?
Yes, pretty much. I'm pretty much aware.
Okay. And are you aware of the response to you in terms of her newfound stardom and her claim to fame?
I am aware of everything that is happening around me.
Okay. And you have a response to that basically?
And why do you ask if I'm aware?
Because there's a certain opinion that brings into question your mother, your parenting skills. And we think it's kind of unfair without at least hearing your version.
Yes.
In defense of how you may have raised her, or is raising her. She's still basically
how I may have raised her.
Right.
Because now she's now out there, you know. So yes, you have put it appropriately the first time.
So what's your take on that in terms
well, it is really painting, or she had painted a bad light on me in terms of when she puts herself out there and to say that she was abandoned by at the age 12, and I was taken aback. Believe it or not, I was taken aback. Although I know the girl she is, based on when she started getting into things that adults should be in and not a child. First and foremost, Ladesha was born with an eye condition called cataract. I got that done when she was a baby, operated on her eyes. We realized as a family that she could not see well. So I opted to go to the school for the blind with her because that's my school also. I am also visually impaired. Her father is also visually impaired. So we've gone through the school for the blind. She was boarded into the school because as a mother and as a single mom too, I have to go out there to seek work. Her father died. I must go back a little bit. We were married. But in the home, in the matrimonial home, things wasn't going right. He was a kind of, well, not a kind of, he was an abusive person. So I had to run out of that with her when she was 3.
Did she witness the abuse?
No, she would not know it. She was 3.
Oh, okay.
But by she going to him and coming back to me, she learned as she grew. Because while I was still not telling her the whole story about her father, it's just that we are not living together, she would learn it from him, But it was not bothering to anybody, to her or me. Because she was living real good in that I made her so. Having sent her to the school for the blind and visited her every time when she came home for holidays and all of that.
Okay, 1 second, Miss Black. So basically, we're going to do another video right now, but we just want to capture the background story in terms of how she grew up.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to stop it now and do another one. Alright, so we're back.
Yes.
So you want to move into, that was basically how she grew up,
Yeah, so she had grown up with me and her brother, because I have 2 of them. But when I got married to her father, her brother was 3. And 5 years after that, she was born. Yes. So practically she was a child who is what we call marital status. Yes.
So technically, it was kind of rough. She wasn't brought up in like a broken home, because there are persons who are saying that's why she's behaving like that.
It wasn't a broken home in the sense that she did not know when I left her father's house. But she realized, as she grew. But my home in particular, my single home, was not broken because I made sure that she was attending school. But as I said, she was living in the school. Except for weekends, she would come home on weekends and she would come home on holidays. And when she don't come home on weekends, I would go up there with my friends.
Oh, so she was bored. So where did the breakdown happen? Because that was when everything was okay. What happened next?
So in 2011, I was in an accident. I was hit down by a car. So while I was there recuperating and all of that, I got a scholarship to go to Buffalo on my bed. And there I went and studied customer service in the hospitality service. And while I was there, I asked her father, while I was getting ready to go, I made arrangement with her father to give an eye on her because I would not be here for the summer. So from July, I'd have gone. I would not come back until September. But when I came back and was getting her ready to go back to school, the school informed me that she's no longer boarded in there. So I questioned it, and they said, it's her father. Okay. I felt it bad, so I felt bad about it. I felt bad about it because the fact that I have to go out there and look for food and look for clothes and money for her, I didn't want her to be a day student, we terms it as. I didn't want her to live out of the school. So they said it's her father.
So was she under his supervision when she was taken out of the school? Where was she living?
She was living with me because now I'm back from America.
Okay.
Because I came back in time for school and was informed that she should not live at the school again because her father made a decision.
Oh.
Anyway, she started going from me to school. She started making friends with people, other students on buses. Because now she's public, she's on the buses. She learned how now to, do everything that she didn't do in the school.
You mean she started running the wrong crowd, basically?
So she started finding herself in the wrong company, learning even to curse bad words, yeah? Because at the school you can whisper it, but it's not mandatory to do such.
Is this her dad coming? There's a gentleman coming in through the gate.
No.
Okay. Continue.
Her father doesn't live nowhere near here.
Okay.
Yes. So, because we have broken up from she was 3, so she's 19 this year. So, no.
Okay. Yeah, so basically you're saying because of she's now out in the.
Yeah, so she's out now publicly. She learned to take the buses. She learned to, affiliated with the other different schools where she learned to fight. And because on occasions, persons would call me, the school would call me to tell me that they heard she had a fight. I remember one occasion she was fighting with some other schools, and they would call me. So I said to her father, no, this is what you have caused. We're going to blame somebody. I said, this is what you have caused. You let her not go back to school.
Okay, on your next one. Worse after that.
So that time her first run, that was that time. As I told you about the phone convo, and she ran away. I remember the morning we were going to school, because I was now going to school and she was going. And on the way, I said to her later, because I took her. But what happened when we took the disabled bus, the bus for persons with disability, to halfway through, I would have to go my way and she go. The bus should take her to the school. She got off based on what people tell me. But I remember me saying to her later, and she said, if I don't get back my phone, I'm not come back.
You took away her phone from her?
I took away the phone.
As punishment?
Yes.
Okay.
So I know as children, and when you're disgruntled, you can say anything. I did not take her word for it. But she didn't come back that night.
What did you do when she was running away?
Well, I sat there and was waiting, because there's hardly anything I could do being blind in the night, because remember, I am blind.
Okay, Miss Black. I think we should pick up at the point where everybody wants to know. That was during the time when she was running away and going to Spanish Town.
Yeah.
Was that the time she got pregnant?
Well, not that time yet. Not the first, because we got her back like a day after. And I remember saying to her father that if this doesn't stop, I am going to put her in a home, because I didn't say we, I said I, because she was living basically with me. She was living with me, so I didn't say we, I said I. And her father said, no, you're not going to put my girl, in a home. So I said, well, if I'm not going to do that, then take her to live with you. And so 2013, when she automatically go over to live with him, so she was still now going to the Salvation Army School, because she would now be in grade 7 based on her GSAT result. I remember in September, the 4th of September to be exact, her father, I was in halfway through, because what persons might not know, that what I do to make my money or to make a living was that I sing on the buses. I played in the different plazas, used to playing them, because now you're not allowed to play in them. And on the buses you're not even allowed, because it's illegal. But some drivers and some good people out there love my singing, sir. So I would that's what I do, and just make sure that this girl has what she's supposed to have as a mother. I took every responsibility for that. And that morning in question, I saw her about halfway through. And when I say see, anything is the operative word. She called to me out there and said, Mommy, somebody said you're going to school now? She said, yes. And we talked for a little while, and then she moved on. I gave her some money, but I don't remember how much it was, but some money, so maybe she could buy some things for lunch or something. I know she's by her father, you know. So I said, okay then, I'll talk to you. And in the evening, her father called me up and asked me if she's over by my house. That time it would be about 7, 8 o'clock. I said, no. Why? Because remember, no, you're staying now, put her no home. So obviously she should come home.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, I don't see her. You know how it go. I started worrying again. I worried to the point that Lord have mercy. I started worrying again.
Okay, so Miss Black, based on where you're going with this, in terms of the circumstances surrounding how she got pregnant.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Right, because the criticism is directed at you.
Yes,
I need to respond
I'm
to
getting
that.
there because I reported it now, even though she was living, but I know her name, I know her age, I know her number. So I reported it to the police, and he reported it to the police, that's her father. And they were looking for her now. Called RGR and they were looking for her. But in October, that's when Sosoka called me to say they found her. They didn't tell me where, but I reached at Sosoka. I asked her where she was. She said she was in Papine. And she was with this little boy at the school for the blind too.
Go. Okay, Miss Black.
Yes.
Back again. So you were explaining that from Mackerel got famous. You haven't heard from her. She hasn't spoken to you.
No, unless I dropped her a message. Like, you know, I will still ask her about the baby because the baby is at his father. And so she would be the one to always take him to me. And, you know, she would drop an incomplete message, sentence by saying, call the baby. So she wouldn't say, mommy, call the baby. She would have said, call the baby. And I have already spoken to the star, and she said, I was telling one of her aunts, but I don't know if it's she who called her and tell her she called me. What's your problem? What's your problem? You know, and those kind of, you know, way off attitude. So I kind of, you know, backing away from her because I don't know what caused her to be getting on like that. You know, so, yeah.
Oh, okay. In terms of the criticism that's been directed at you on social media, in terms of your role or lack thereof, how she got pregnant, the circumstance around her pregnancy, your focus was you say on getting back your daughter. You weren't focused on pressing charges.
Well, let alone any good mother would want to press charges in the sense that this man should have more sense than having gone, because even if she told him it's the wrong age, by looking at that statue, the statue I know Ladesha to be, it's a statue that will tell any person in their right mind, say this little girl don't reach the nowhere, because she does look like 10 now, 13, 12 now, yeah? But Ladesha hid the man and his family for all those times. As I said earlier in my convo, that she told us it was the little boy is the father, and she registered the baby in the little boy's name.
Really?
Yes. And so the baby now is going through a process where now the family is trying to change his name. So the baby is living where the man lives. So she didn't want us to know. And you can't know these things if you don't know. Because remember, I was not alone in it. The police, the Sosoka, CDA, all of us were involved.
Okay.
But she never talked. She protected him.
And this wasn't under your care. She got pregnant when she was under the father.
No, because I wanted to put her into a home.
Yeah.
Basically, when I found out that she started running away. And it's not because I did not love her, I wanted to put her, because I wanted to protect her, and now he puts her out, take her out of the school for the blind. And at the time, the manager, they didn't want her to take to board back there because they said her behavior was atrocious. So they didn't want to accept her back into the school. So my responsibility was to know what I want to do with her. So I never at one
In your power
I
to,
did everything in my power
to intervene, to protect her.
The word.
I mean,
to protect her.
Even though you said that you, when she was running away and behaving like that, you beat her, you get counseling for her, right?
Because the first thing that comes to a mother's mind is to give them couple lick.
That's the right way? You think that's the right way?
The first thing I said, I didn't say the right way.
Thank you.
I said the first thing that comes to my mind. And like any mother, it's mine.
Okay.
Jamaican mother in particular, any mother. The first thing will come to them mind when picnic going out there to look man or look bad company, them gonna beat them. But as I said, my children, they does not get beating from me.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have time to beat my children. I have time to love them and to look food for them and look for their education and look for their well-being.
Okay. So I'm agreeing with you. You went the counseling route with the school.
Yes.
So it wasn't a case where she was being abused.
She was not.
Or witness abuse. You
She
said.
was not abused or in any way. Everybody loved her in my family, and her father's side. You better know they love her.
Okay.
My family loved her, but you better know her father's side loved her. They just love her.
Okay.
She would do the things, and because she can't see, they would laugh at what she does. They wouldn't touch her. She can't tell nobody. She ever gets a beating from one of her auntie or her uncle.
Okay. Tell me about how she became famous. You were aware? You said it was right here. She did the.
Yeah, when she was going to school and she did the goodie come out as she said to you all, and when she saw that she was getting like 50 so followers and 500 so, she said to me, "Mommy, I just put out goodie come out and everybody love it so. Just put out once about take people, man." And when we do that, you know say I know that me I do. But me I go put that out. And my answer to her was to stay in your lane. From the Sunday that people started cussing her off and some started loving her. But somebody tied the video where she got the busted from December to whatever, and that I think it's the busted thing it caused her to go that viral.
Okay.
So I didn't know she was vexed with me. So I was trying to get to her now, because the day when the busted thing come out, I noticed she didn't call me, but then I said, like, maybe if something did do her, should I call me? Because nowadays she called me for everything, so she would have called. But then the night came and I didn't see her call me. And I was calling her, I didn't get her, so I called my niece. And my niece said, "Auntie, a long time something that come here and laddie a laugh." So me call her now and me get her. She said, "Mommy, a long time something that." And my head hurt me, mommy. Because some people are call me and I don't me, and some people are call me and I grace me. So my head hurt me, mommy. So I say, see?
1 second. Ready again. Okay, so.
But I said sideways, you seeing my face?
Yeah, I can see your face. Yeah. So your reaction, you was just explain to me your reaction to when she went viral, but people are more interested in. That wasn't how you raised her, though. That wasn't what you want people to know in terms of.
No. That wasn't what I wanted. That's what I said to her, stay in your lane. Because after she decided that she didn't want to go back to school for the blind, and now she was at the Heart, Stony Hill Heart, doing customer service, customer provision. I even asked her, "What is that?" She said, "You studied this to become a supervisor. You will have a supervisory position." No, she didn't say supervisory position because she probably don't know the word. That's what it's called. So she said, "Mommy, to become a supervisor." Though I know it's supervisory position that she wanted. Because, based on my research and my knowledge, it would have been that. So, some days she don't go to school. She would come by me and say, "Mommy, I can't see the board and they don't make no provision." Like when she come here by like a weekend and so on, took the baby, she would tell me, "Because they don't make no provision for people and they don't this and that, and she want money at the same time now." And I said, "But if you don't try to let them know that you are visually impaired, that won't work. And if you want me to let them know, I can let them know. Mama, I don't want to go back to school. No. Cause me can't bother, me can't this and me that.
Oh, so she was the one who decided that's her that she wanted to.
She's always the one who makes her own decision on herself.
As a child?
As a child, in that she makes it, you can advise her and you can tell her of your decision. She don't take talk.
Oh, okay.
And as time progresses out there, people will know.
Oh, okay. So you feel like she was destined, this was her destiny in terms of she wanted to do
that
this?
She's out there now, it is. Because I'm listening to the interviews with Anthony Miller and all those, and they ask her, how did you survive? Take people, man. That's how she responded.
That was true. That's true in your opinion. That's true. That's how she survived.
Well, as I said, this is not about me now.
Yeah.
Because what she can say before me is not what she's doing behind me.
Oh, okay.
You know, because she she told me that this is not what she's going to do when she said take people, man. Because still, she may not want to say these outraging things in front of me. Maybe there are some little respect, somewhat in my house.
Okay, that's good to know. But is that act? You are that's just an act, or you think that's really what she's doing?
Well, after started listening to some other videos, to the point of she based on her conversation in the videos, who knows? Yeah.
Okay, what do you want people on social media to know?
So social media people and the world. After today and we're after, this woman is not the woman that person depicts me to be, but a woman of caliber, a woman of integrity, and a woman who has interest for her children. And although I have my disability, that does not deter me from bringing up my children in the way they should be brought up. Because I sent her to good school, I provide for her good, and as I said, though I am still searching for work, work was by way of her getting what she's supposed to get, the loving, the place to live, and from where you sit, this is one of where I live, because I say one, because this house is where I live for now.
Right.
And my son lived at my house, and I have my place. So people, what I wanted to know, that Ladesha did not have to go out there like that to say she takes people, man. She said she wanted to be a comedian, and I'm talking to you guys now. She should do the comedian things. Because, sir, I must let you know quickly is that I am also a singer and a songwriter.
Okay.
I'm a product of this country where I entered the JCDC 2015. That way I came third.
Okay.
Now I've entered again. They don't call me yet, but my song is hitting the roof based on my knowledge.
That's good too.
I'm also a massage therapist. So if people out there want to help me in getting my foot off the ground, I would be appreciative than having to sit down and listen to one side of the story and pass their criticism. You have to criticize somebody constructively and not mean. You know, when I say mean, in a mean way.
So the next question is, what would you want for Ladesha?
So
basically,
I would want to see Ladesha in a brighter light than not just craving for money and talking about taking people's man. Because nobody is in your DNA to know that you are taking people's man or not. But you try to get an education. Because mommy has her education and nobody can take it away from me. And if I die tomorrow morning or today, it can't be willed to you. I'll go with it. So you have to have your own and let people see you as Ladesha Padre Adria Francis and not no mackerel cockroach ugly people.
Yeah,
you know? So me coming out here just clarifying that you were not abandoned with And girl, you would have to give me a valid reason why you said that. I'm not getting into that. But all I'm
Yes.
saying to you, take care. Love you. And people, she is visually impaired. So you might want to take care of her and find me wherever you want to find me. Because I'm a woman who love to get things. Me not like people, man. And me not like depend on no man, even for me. But I like work.
Okay. In closing, you think that because you've always had that independent spirit and provide for her and God, if you were still able to do that now or got the opportunity, you would use that opportunity to help her even more now, as much as she's an adult, that she wouldn't have to be doing.
Because I was helping her before she went viral. As I said, she took the baby here.
Oh, okay.
And her brother worked. So he always, sometimes when our brother tell me saying, "Give some kind of money," me want that money too. Because guess what? No, as I said, I was always on the buses. I am getting tired now. Because I can't go up and down like I used to. Sing from one bus to the other bus and ask people to give me some contribution money. But let me tell you, man, because of my skill and my proficiency, people should employ me. People should look at me and give me work or let me set up my business. Come on. I'm here to talk about Ladesha, but I'm also promoting my business.
Okay.
So my business place is Ancient Hands, and I'm a masseuse. I'm a masseuse.
Okay.
And I'm trained.
What do you want Ladisha to do in regards to you, in terms of to reach out to you, to say what do you want?
I would love for
from her.
For Ladesha to come back to talk back to me. In the sense that I never hated you. I never hated her. And though I don't like the people man story thing, and she can't force nothing like that, me still would have loved to see her call me and talk like we used to.
Okay.
And me now gonna love her behavior. She has to change. She has to tone down. But no man can change anyone. It's only God can change her. But don't go up there and paint me in a bad light, man. It's not fair.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Miss Black.
You're
It's been
most
my
welcome.
pleasure. It's my pleasure.